I've had this title screen music just sitting in the background for the last, maybe 10 minutes or so, and I still haven't gotten tired of it.
That's a sign of a good soundtrack.
Oh, yeah. It's got this nice bouncy beat to it. It also helps that I grew up with this kind of music too, this very chiptune-y kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So. Oh, it's already after my heart. We've got some really good pixel art happening here. We've got really good bit crushed music. And these sound effects too, just navigating the menu.
Now, I'm not sure the Virgil thing works as well here as you think.
What's up?
The joke.
I mean, it's the only thing I could think of. And people have found, some of the longest standing viewers we've got have found me through pun titles, so.
I mean, to be fair, it is one of those games that probably has like a hard time like make jokes with.
Yeah. I was thinking like, Axiom, no, that's racist. Maybe, Lumberjack, I don't know. And I only had 30 minutes to come up with a good title, I'm sorry. I've heard nothing but good things about this game. Everybody who's played it just recommends it to people. Apparently Axiom Verge does some very smart things that I need to... Oh, thank goodness. I thought the game was going to have some troubles there. Because I'm running this on the Epic Games launcher right now, so it might fall apart at any moment.
Oh, shit.
We're playing with fire right now. I don't know if they've patched it yet or not.
I think, wasn't this the game that had like that game-breaking bug because of the whole...
It would crash because a lot of the files that reference the Steam store were still in it.
This might not be the best idea, too.
Well, there was a point where we should have stopped, but let's keep going and see what happens.
I completely forgot about that until you brought it up. I'm trying to think what the art styles remind me of right now. It looks familiar.
It's going for that very sort of SNES and NES style era aesthetic with the way it's got that one small window.
Well, Tracy's remind me of Otacon.
So these guys were performing experiments up in the mountains, and of course, as is tend to happen in these sorts of settings, something went horribly wrong.
And this is why you shouldn't fucking trust Aperture Science.
What happened? Trace, there is gun in next room. You must get it. Wait, what's going on? Where are you? Hello? Where am I? Let's see. What are my controls right here? Okay, we've got space to jump. Arrow keys are to move around. Anytime we're in a room like this, we can save the room by pressing up. That's a concerning animation right there. I don't entirely... Like, this is all very alien and weird, which I guess is a great reference back to the roots of Metroidvania games, but at the same time, I don't entirely trust what that machine is doing to me. Like, what's happening in there? It completely covers up our character.
It turns out Vnu's secretly a clone.
We're actually playing the Swapper right now. We found the Axiom Disruptor, a high-tech biomechanoid weapon. Use it with F and lock the position with A. Oh, F is another confirm button that we've got. Is this the gun that lady mentioned? Or did I just imagine her? Sorry, I am very weak. You must go now, before he finds you. Before who finds me? What's going on? I guess she's gone again.
You also got a lot of this thing covers up like a good chunk of our sprite. It looks like we became the gun.
Almost. Also, look at this stuff. These bubbles that we've been blasting apart, they just grow back in place. You can destroy them, but this hints to me that, because I'm going into this completely blind if the title wasn't enough of an indication, but I have no idea what's going on here. I have no idea what's happening in this place. I have no idea who this, I've seen, I know what this character is, what she eventually is gonna look like, because that's all over the promotional art for this game, but I have no idea why this thing looks like it's turning to static whenever I do damage to it. I don't know what happened in this place, if all of this weird alien goop is like growth, or this place is like, this is some kind of parasitic entity that's feeding off of the place, or like this entire building has been infected by some sort of alien force.
They opened the portal of hell.
Wrong video game series, but I appreciate your thinking.
I love how that's literally the excuse for why Doom exists.
I just walk into the next room and all I hear is an 8-bit version of suckers, we're playing Doom tonight.
I need to get around to playing the remake. I've heard nothing but good things.
I mean, there's a reason I'm recommending it to people at the start of every single stream. Like, Doom 2016, this version of Doom Guy has a surprising amount of character, and the game itself is very, very quick and satisfying and enjoyable. It is about the best that first-person shooting can get.
As long as I can find the frickin' BFG, I'm happy.
You can. You can find that gun in all its glory, and yes, it is just as powerful as you want it to be.
I just love that they got away with literally calling a gun in a video game the big fucking gun.
No, it's the big force gun. We're not breaking any rules here.
No, you're thinking of the it was Bioforce gun in that crappy movie.
Oh.
Yes, I have seen that piece of shit.
I mean, I've seen it too. I didn't hate it as much as everyone else did. I actually enjoyed that film. What I really enjoyed was the first-person segment. I know some people really rolled their eyes at that, but I was like, yeah, that's a cool reference back to the game.
I mean, I think that's the only thing that people universally agree is good, is that segment.
I think Blue said it best in the chat. This is kind of like a Contravania.
Contra's another series that needs to make a comeback at some point.
They tried making a Contra 4 a while back.
Well,
wait, is that another series that's owned by Konami?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They did make a Contra 4, and it's really damn good, and also goddamn hard.
Hey, fans of that series wouldn't have it any other way. Wasn't that worked on by Way Forward, by the way, too?
Yeah.
Like it was co-developed?
That one was Way Forward.
I like how they changed the Konami code, which is you can input at any time in the pause screen, and it has a 50% chance of upgrading all of the current weapons you've got up to their maximum level, or killing you instantly. Okay, so now we get into the main mechanic of this game, which is the different ways you can customize your gun. We have the Nova here. Firing once launches a large projectile. Firing again causes it to detonate. So, for instance, if you check here, I've heard about this. Apparently, it's not just you find different bullets. You can actually start mixing them together and creating custom weaponry to engage with enemies with.
Ah, so similar to oh god, Contra Hardcore. No.
What's wrong with Contra Hardcore?
There's a reason that game has a reputation. It's literally, if I really consider, the hardest of the series next to Shattered Soldier.
Shattered Soldier is one of the 3D ones, right?
Yeah, that was the first 3D one. Well, the first good 3D one. Because everyone likes to pretend Legacy of War does not exist.
It doesn't seem like the Nova does any more damage.
Then you had Neo Contra, which was just how nuts can we go with one game?
Contra Shattered Soldier. There's a particular song I really like from one of the 3D Contra games. It's called Venus. I'm trying to remember now. This is actually bugging me. Hang on a second. Contra Venus. No, not Contar Venus.
Contar Venus.
Shin Contra. That was the game. Shin Contra.
That's
also known as Contra Shattered Soldier.
Oh no, it was Contra Shattered. You're right. I didn't know it had two names.
What's the cancel button here? Resume play. Okay, there we go.
What I find a little interesting though with the way 4 game Contra 4, because I owned it, they actually had quite a lot of unlockables in that game, pretty much like referencing the entire series.
Example.
For example, some of the unlockable characters in that game were actually references to like other games in the series, and in one case a reference to the censorship they did to the series.
Really?
Yeah, you could literally unlock like the robots from like the censored version of the original in it.
That's kind of whoa. Y'all seeing what I'm seeing up here, right?
Yeah, that you had the female protagonist. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's different.
No!
Quick, blow on the cartridge.
But to get back on track, I think one of them was Sheena from Contra Hardcore was unlockable. You had Lucia from Shattered Soldier. There was a lot to do in that game.
Oh, Pheromone Contra.
Oh god, don't remind me of that plot twist. I still think the dumbest one is the frickin' helicopter boss from that game. Wait, wasn't the helicopter? Oh no, it wasn't the helicopter boss. Where we literally have one to be a fucking dog. And that's just the point where you gotta question what the fuck is going on. And again, that game was also really easy to break. Like, if I'm pretty much gonna be honest, that's probably the easiest Contra game.
Which one?
Neo Contra.
Is this sort of a situation where you're not supposed to break it, but you can if you know the right glitches? It's like that one Spyro game where you can beat it in 15
you're probably
minutes.
Gonna break it without even trying. Because I don't mean in the glitchy way, I mean in there's a lot of broken combinations in that game.
Let's see here. So I do have to go back a little bit if I want to make any kind of progress.
Let me think.
He's the basis for my Worgen Rogue.
One game I've always wanted to try that they did a couple years back was Hardcore Uprising. Which was, they had the guys who make Guilty Gear really make a Contra game. Unfortunately, I never got around to picking it up.
What are the controls in this game? I'm trying to find the back button to get out of my map. I don't have a next map.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here we go.
Could have been backspace, maybe?
I just went through the tried and true method of just running my finger along the keyboard.
Oh, God. I'll get it eventually. Oh, wait,
yeah,
what's this
one
control?
of these keys has got to work.
I'm trying to remember that old computer joke people use for, like, people who don't know computers, so, like, they delete all their shit by accident.
The joke is basically telling somebody, hey, I'm having a trouble with my computer right now. What do I do? Delete System 32. Which, by the way, is the easiest way to brick your computer.
Yeah, Bridge, if anyone ever tells you that, they're an asshole.
Yeah. Either that or they're frequenters of 4chan. Because that's a common joke on there.
Also, I just realized since I have a computer now, if we ever wanted to do it on the stream, we could do Cards Against Humanity.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, is that site still around, the Pretend You're Zixie site? Because I thought that got shut down.
I know they made a new site now that you... Because what happened with the Zixie one was that I guess due to some weird shit they had to basically get rid of the blank cards. So you could, and basically people bitch out that there's another site now. I forget what it's called though.
So I'm assuming the red door is a boss fight. So I'm not gonna mess with that right now. I'm gonna go check the other option.
Oh god, Blue, no.
Yeah, that too. I used to play... I am so lucky. Because when I was a kid, I noticed that my TV acted all funny when I put a magnet near it.
Oh god, I was like that too.
I didn't realize that might do permanent damage to it after a while.
I legit didn't know about that either as a kid because I just thought it was making pretty colors. Like, what's this doing? Because I used to have like one of those extendo magnets they used to sell, where like it was literally just like a magnet on top of like a rod, and so of course I'd use it to mess with things. Luckily nowadays I know better to do that shit. I do wonder if that's a thing nowadays, because I know the reason back then it was a bad thing because it was a CRT monitor. So you were messing with the cathode rays in that case. I'm not sure how it would affect a modern, honestly. So I don't think I want to find out.
I was about to say, are you willing to spend a couple $100s to find out?
Because, yeah, I'd rather not wreck my TV.
Okay, size node. Permanently increases projectile size for weapons.
That's helpful.
Presumably, yeah.
Just like in this game, you're firing fucking giant bullets like the frickin' thing from frickin' Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
The quad laser is unbeatable.
I mean, they are technically right if you see what that thing does. It's just that it's so slow that no one ever get hit by it.
I mean, there's a reason that thing is a weapon in Duck Game.
That thing's also a weapon in Enter the Gungeon.
Nice.
It's a really good one. I think there's actually a synergy for it, but I forget what it was. But it's one of the ones you actually want to see show up when you see it.
Okay.
And also,
it's not just so slow it's unusable. I guess the AI can't tell. It's not like the computer's actually smart enough to be able to stop you from using it, so.
If I remember correctly, I think one of the things you can do with it literally speeds it up. Or either that or it makes it. It's either it speeds up or it makes it home in on targets.
Got it. Okay.
But like it hits like a truck.
Wow, a lot of people showing up. Sup, Soniku and Sup, Lee. How are both of you doing tonight? Hope you've been well. I'm always well when I can do a stream, dude. Although I'm slightly freaked out because I think every time we save in this game, we end up dying and becoming somebody new. I have no idea what's going on in this game, but it's giving me those sorts of tragic science kind of vibes.
Gordon Freeman wouldn't die. He just punched the machine.
John Freeman, Gordon Freeman's brother.
Oh, God. That's one of those weird bits of internet thing I love watching.
Demon.
Because you had that, you had
Whoa,
freaking...
hey, you can talk! Listen, I'm lost in... Demon. Ethetose. Kill.
I was kidding about opening a portal to hell.
You might want to carry the commentary for a bit because I don't want to lose to the first boss here.
I don't blame you. This guy looks like he's gonna get bullet hell here in a minute.
Well, he's dropping a whole bunch of bombs all over the place.
God, this thing's face is bothering me. Because I don't want to say what it looks like.
No, we can all tell. Don't worry about it.
It also looks like it's wearing that weird headpiece one of the people from Star Wars.
Kapla. I can't actually speak Klingon for those of you who are wondering.
Neither can I, so...
Friendly chap, eh?
Then figures he mentions the grub thing. All I think of is the freaking grunts from freaking Halo and him going full suicidal on you.
Oh, for viewers, you think this is the last day to get the game for free on the Epic Games Store, and it looks like it works now. Like, it doesn't crash the launcher when you're playing it, so...
Well, I think it's because the guy, he already admitted he found the mistake and fixed it, I think.
Okay. Okay, that's how we knew what was wrong with it?
Because, if I remember correctly, what it was is... he was getting rid of any files related to the Steam launcher, since he thought, oh, I should have these on here with it being on the Epic Games Store.
What was the type of game that you really wanted to make? The type of game I really wanted to make, Miku's Lullaby, is my baby, the project I've been working on for years and years and years. And that is an RPG platformer hybrid. Think Castlevania Symphony of the Night, where you get experience every time you defeat an enemy, but without all of the, we restrict you from going places until you have a specific, well, sort of. We sort of restrict you from getting into places, but honestly, you'll probably have the abilities you need by the time you come up to those barriers. It's just you'll be able to get past them in different ways and get to hold you'll have access to completely different areas depending on which upgrade path you go down.
I guess to think of something I just thought of, is there like any obscure PS2 games you can remember like that just didn't take off?
Obscure PS2 games?
Like obscure stuff you might have played.
Oh, plenty. You're talking to the guy that did an entire YouTube series based on this.
I don't know if you've heard of this one, that Metal Arms?
Yes. I know about Metal Arms.
God, that's one of those games I really wish had took off, because that one was really good.
The guy in charge of that series actually tried to buy it back from the publisher, but they weren't interested in selling it to him for whatever reason.
That's sad, honestly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that was a really good game. Frustrating at times, but good.
Do the PS2 games need to be good? No, I don't think they do.
Like, let's see. Because they had a lot of unique mechanics. Like, you had the jacket tether, which was always fun. It's just control your enemies. Well, that and the writing was kind of funny, and if one of the jokes was literally a guy who constantly curses.
This is a cool weapon, this laser drill. See, the only problem now is I'm going to be throwing this against every single wall to see what breaks.
See, the problem is I can't think of drill and not think of two things.
I know what the first one is, but what is the non-anime one?
Well, the other thing I immediately think of is Sonic Colors.
Drill! Spike! Okay, fun fact about that. Did you know the guy who does the voice for that in Japanese was also the announcer from Kamen Rider Joker?
It wasn't Kamen Rider, it was Kamen Rider Doubles, what you're thinking of.
Okay.
Because people love to reference that because he uses a similar voice when they use the Prism Memories final attack.
Final Prism Blaster!
God, that is one thing I really... If I ever had a lot of money, I'd love to get a hold of like a lot of Kamen Rider stuff. Because they come with some really creative toys for that series.
That's another one I was actually going to cover on RTGs once upon a time, was Zombie Ninja Pro-Am.
Oh lord. That was sort of that time period like a bunch of Adult Swim games being made. Yeah, I do agree with Leon, the Ultimate Muscle games, those are fun. No, admittedly, the problem with that is both the PS2 game and the, is literally just the GameCube game with more content.
What is?
Only problem with Ultimate Muscle is I can't think of that series and not think of its goddamn theme song from the American version.
Ultimate Muscle. America got some really good ones back in the day, like some specific some theme songs very specific to us. Like, one of my favorites, maybe you have your own opinions on this one, but I really love the American version of the Shaman King theme.
Shaman King's theme?
Yeah.
I
Like
don't
the
blame you. I like
it's
that
sort of
stuff
like
too.
Digimon for me. The Japanese version just sounds boring by comparison.
I'm gonna be honest, I can't stand the American Digimon theme anymore.
What? Why?
It's so fucking repetitive. Like, the only version that I like is the version of Season 3. That's about it.
What, the added instrumentation?
It at least makes the song sound better. Like, it feels like they put actual effort into that version.
Alright, what about Digimon Frontier, then? As we
That one
work towards one solution.
I'll give you that one. That one's good.
Yeah. Like, a lot of Digimon Frontier was amazing to me. For one, that was the show where I know a lot of people hated this. I loved it when the kids, like, became the Digimon. I've been waiting for that for a long time.
It's more a case of it clashes with the series, but... No, that was Tamers, what you're thinking of, Lee. Frontier was the one where everyone became Super Sentai. That's pretty much the easiest way I can word that one.
Multi-disruptor. Fire 3 projectiles at a time.
I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I don't like Frontier, admittedly, is... Unlike the other seasons, it feels like there's a lack of characterization in that one.
Why did they give me the shotgun upgrade in the part of the game that has enemies that explode and damage you if you're too close to them?
Yeah, that's sort of the problem with Frontier, as Lee puts it here, is it is completely fucking forgettable. Because the problem is, pretty much every character has sort of one note compared to, like, the other series. You got the hotheads, you got the freaking little kid character, you got the loner who's going to become the character we focus on the most for no fucking reason.
Okay, here's the thing that always bugged me about old shows like that. Why on earth is it always... Because this happens in Power Rangers, this happened in Sailor Moon. Why is it only one character, the lead character, who gets the special power armor or whatever? Like, only the guy who had the... Only Agumon and Greymon lines ever get Mega Evolutions. None of the other creatures
Gabumon
do.
got a Mega Evolution. What are you talking about?
What's up?
Gabumon had a Mega Evolution. What are you talking about?
No. That's what I'm talking about. Only Agumon and Gabumon ever got to Mega level.
Well, unless you count the new movies, then.
I mean, we didn't see Rosamon until years and years later. And Magna Entre...
Well, I saw Rosamon before in, Data Squad, but... I take you don't like that show.
I haven't seen it yet. My knowledge of Digimon only stretches to the first 4 seasons.
I don't blame you. Like, the only reason I even know of Savers is because I actually watched it. It's okay. It's not terrible, but it's not, like, the best either. I mean, to me, it's better than frickin' Frontier, but... That's only because like I said, Frontier to me is, like, completely frickin' forgettable.
Okay, there's only one place left for us to go now, so may as well go to it.
Let me think, like, what else can I remember? Then again, when it comes to Digimon, like, the only season I legitimately enjoy from that show is Tamers. Because season 1, I don't give that much flack with it being, like, the first season of that show. Yeah, I agree with Lee. Screw the US version of the movie.
Well, it's literally 3 different films put together. It's kind of hard to make something like that work.
It also doesn't help that that movie ended up using the same... Because one of the movies they used in there was Our War Game, which anyone nowadays know the creator of that went on to make Summer Wars. Which is essentially just a remake of that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Summer Wars, but if you see both, you will notice, like, how easily it's a remake of that damn film, just without the Digimon influence. Yeah, Lee basically puts it there. The whole reason they did that with the Digimon movies, because at the time the Pokemon movies were doing massively in theaters. So, of course, everyone wants to have their version of that movie do well, and unfortunately...
You go where the work is, I get it.
Well, here's the thing. People blame Pokemon for that. You could technically go further back and blame Rugrats for that, of all things.
Wait, what's getting said in the chat?
He's bringing up, like, why the Digimon movie was created the way it was. But the funny thing is, the whole cartoon movie thing, you can arguably blame that why a lot of cartoon movies back in the mid-90s, early 2000s were based off TV shows was essentially due to how well the Rugrats movie did in theater. Because that thing was such a major hit that all of a sudden studios realized, hey, if we turn our big shows into movies, then they'll do well.
Here's the thing, a lot of shows don't survive that transition. Like, it seems to be a curse that that whenever a cartoon gets turned into a movie, the numbers for the actual cartoon start to decline shortly after. Or at least that's what it felt like for a little while.
Oh god, Lee, that movie is terrible. I'm with you.
I think one of the few shows that actually survived that was SpongeBob, but then again, that show hasn't been good for a while now, so...
Apparently it's good again now.
Really?
Like, ever since the second movie, apparently, like, they fixed a lot of the issues. Oh, god, I can see why you have a personal reason to hate that film, yikes.
Oh.
Like, great, it's not a good movie to begin with, but... Let me put it this way, they managed to waste Tim Curry, of all people. That's bad when you make it so Tim Curry does not do well in a movie.
People don't take well to that. It's sort of like when Beyond Two Souls had Willem Dafoe and he was barely, like, Dafoeing it up at all. Why'd you even bring him on board if you didn't want absolute batshit crazy?
I mean, hell, the only reason I watched Wild Thornberrys in the first place was because of Tim Curry. Because everyone remembers that goddamn voice.
Hey, he's Mr. Toxic Love himself. Respect him so much for his interview about the live-action Scooby-Doo movie.
I forgot he was in that.
What did he say? I'm kind of curious now.
Then again, I don't like to remember the live-action Scooby-Doo movie. That's probably why.
I know a lot of people... God, I'm trying to remember anything about that film now. Because I saw it once upon a time. All I remember is the twist. Like, who the villain is. And, like, yeah, okay, we get it. Like, everybody saw this joke coming a million miles away.
Oh, the Shaggy joke that everyone's been making fun of. The thing that started the meme.
Okay, wait a second, what?
Oh, that's what happened.
He's supposed to be the park owner, but when he found out he'd be upstaged by Scrappy-Doo, he threw the script and told them to stop calling him.
Yikes. To be fair, I actually never heard that story, I'm not gonna lie.
Neither have I.
Well, to bring it up, though, one thing I will at least somewhat get on, like, the people always bring up the joke, oh, Scrappy was terrible. Here's the thing.
If you want to make Scrappy-Doo a good character, you can't make him a villain. You have to give him a reason for, like, how he is. Well, Drawman and I came up with a solution to that, but I'll let you say your bit first.
Well, the reason I bring this up is because, admittedly, this is a problem that Scooby has had beyond a certain point where anytime that character is mentioned, they like to make a joke, oh, we don't like to talk about him and shit like that. For example, they had that joke in Mystery Incorporated about it. Where the problem really was, it wasn't so much the character of Scrappy that was bad, it was more the direction they took him in. Because the thing is, people don't seem to remember this. He technically saved that show from dying when he was first introduced. Because that thing did not do well ratings originally.
What's up, Pillow Slider? How you doing tonight? Drill's effective? Yeah, it's actually one of my favorite weapons right now. I like it a little more than the gun just because of its damage output. And the fact that, you know, it's a traversal power too, so...
like, it's not even a case of, like I said, it's not the character being bad, it's more what they did with him, where over time, they kept putting more and more importance on the character, and outright started giving him, instead of giving him his own traits, just taking traits from others. Like, he was the one coming
Yeah,
up
he
with the
started to
track.
outmode the other characters. People are like, girl.
They literally used him as an excuse to write out Fred and Velma, which did not sit well with people, because he basically took over their roles. Like, the only one they kept around was Daphne, who arguably became better around that point. Because that was around the point where she actually started to be a character besides damsel in distress. It's basically, like I said, because they wanted to keep him around, they did that. Rather than try to make him interesting, they just everyone else's shit. And that's why people don't like him that much nowadays. It's basically how not to make a character better.
Basically, I think the solution Drawman came up with the character was great, which was his idea was to take Scrappy Doo and basically say, well, here's his backstory. The reason he acts so brash and basically so him is because he keeps hearing legends about his uncle, Scooby-Doo, who faces these monsters all the time. Faces these horrifying monsters all the time. And he doesn't show any fear. He takes them down. And he's like, man, he's so brave and awesome. I want to be like him.
Oh god damn it. Here come the fucking Shaggy memes. Fuck.
I actually... Am I bad for actually liking those jokes?
Oh no, I like them. It's just getting a little overdone, I think. Like, it's sort of like the Error to the meme where it gets so overused, like you start to get sick of seeing it.
You know, auditioning for Shaggy in the movie was kind of weird. Like, we were all told to put on his clothes and try to contain his power. I was the only survivor.
God damn it. Anyway, it so baffles me. They still do the frickin' movies to this day. Oh god, no, he's mentioning the frickin' Yabba-Doo segments. Oh god. I forgot about those, where it was basically Scrappy with characters who were blatantly XPs of Scooby and Shaggy in an Old West setting.
Whoa.
Granted, I don't think that's the worst thing they ever did on that show. Oh yeah, I was about to mention Axel.
Okay, so those guys aren't as tough as they look.
But to get back on what I was trying to say, I still think to this day the worst thing that show ever did was Scooby-Dumb. It's literally just Scooby-Doo, but
his cousin? The gray dog, the hick?
I could not stand. Even as a kid, I couldn't sit here. It was just like, this isn't funny.
Like, that character barely showed up, was the other thing.
Ugh. Well, see, that's the thing. I'm technically Southern too, but...
Oh, I see. I see what you're getting at. It's like, uh-huh.
Well, great, I don't show it in my case, but I have, like, family who are Southern, is what I mean. And like I said, to me, even back as a kid, this guy came, this is kind of offensive. Oh god, fucking red herring! To this day, that will still be one of my favorite jokes from the one spinoff.
Red herring. I don't remember this character.
That was the character from a pup named Scooby-Doo who Fred kept mistaking was always the villain.
That was probably beyond me as a kid, or maybe I didn't understand what that term meant.
To the point, it basically, like, literally, I think one time he literally seeks on the guys just reading the paper, like, no, Jones, I didn't do it.
I didn't say anything. You were thinking it.
And then there was actually one time where he was the villain.
I knew it.
And, like, he's not allowed to, the whole episode, he's literally not allowed to blame him for it. So when he finally figures out, he just freaks out. I knew it. I knew it. It was like one of the best moments of that show, just because like Frey is such an annoying asshole in that show.
I wonder if the plot twist was. I would have respected that even more if it actually tried to do some social commentary with it, in the sense of it's like, you always tell me I'm a bad guy, so I thought it was inevitable that I had to be one. Because that's an actual thing that happens in schools. It's social pressure. It's like, if everybody tells you you're depressed, eventually you might actually end up that way. If Fred just keeps beating into this guy's head that he's a bad guy for some reason, he doesn't understand why, it might eventually just drive him nuts.
Well, they were school children in that series, so...
I don't think they wanted to get that deep into a show that made Franken-Chicken. Hey, I can dream, right? That's why everybody...
Oh, God.
Great. I mean, that's why everybody loves the Batman animated series. It was a kid's show that didn't treat its audience like children.
See, the only problem I have with what he just said there, though, is to remind me of this really bad Ghostbusters episode.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think everyone knows the story of why, like, the Ghostbusters cartoon, like, eventually kind of went downhill.
Why?
Essentially, what happened was they had the highest rated show on TV at the time, but the network literally hired come in and supposedly fix it. Called Q5, who basically knew jack fucking shit, for lack of a better term.
Who came in? What's this guy's name?
This is a case of, like, a whole video I'm gonna have to send you on this shit.
Alright. I'll watch it a little later.
Have you heard of Phalus in this case?
Yes, actually. He used to be one of the Channel Awesome guys, but he's one of the guys who got out really early, before shit hit the fan.
Yeah, he did a whole video on it if you want to know what happened.
Okay.
Like, it's, he did one that's, like, the good episodes of Ghostbusters, and then one that's the bad episodes. Basically explaining the situation of what happened to that cartoon that turned it terrible.
Maybe that's why I don't remember Red Herring. I had a bad habit as a kid of completely forgetting all the negative stuff in my life.
Oh, funny you mentions the bully thing. We were mentioning Hey Arnold earlier. There's actually a funny little tidbit I found out about that.
Oh.
Since they constantly had to change Arnold's voice actor as the actor grew older, anytime they would change Arnold's voice actor, they would introduce a bully character in that season that would be voiced by the former actor.
Huh.
So that's why you'd always see, like, different bullies, like Wolfgang and all that. It was because of that. Like, I mean, that's a good thing. You know, it means you don't have to fire actors, which, especially around that age, that's a definitely good thing. Then again, the only problem with Hey Arnold is, like, especially the later episodes where he just basically becomes a frickin' Mary Sue.
I don't remember this.
Basically, the problem was early on he did feel like an actual kid, like he would do stuff that would normally get someone into trouble. But later on, he just became like this paragon of goodness. Like,
that's kind of what I liked about him. That's what made him an interesting character to me, is like he tried so hard for the people around him.
I mean, then again, there was websites that proved even Arnold's patience could be not messed with too much.
Oh, wait a second. Are you talking about the one where Eugene makes him walk outside in the bunny outfit?
Yeah, the one everyone hates.
Yeah.
And that wasn't Eugene who did that. I forget the guy. I think it was
Sid.
Iggy was the guy.
Sid was the kid's name.
No, it was Iggy's who you're thinking of. Sid's the ass kid, but to explain, basically, yeah, it's pretty much why Iggy was never used on the show again after that point. It was either Iggy or someone else. I know it was some character that was never used on the show again after that point because...
We found our guiding voice, by the way.
Oh, hey, it's a talking head.
Trace, my name is Elsa Nova. Actually, I figured out the trick. Well, I learned what the trick apparently is to doing a woman's voice. First, you need proper vocal posture, first and foremost. Which is, you have to pull in your throat like this. To make it a little softer, push the back of your tongue up to the up to the roof of your mouth. Then you need to pitch shift yourself up a little higher. Yes, we are connected through Mind Machine. I need you to fix my power filter. I am dying. Power filter? I guess I can try. Where is it? Not near. I'm sorry. I need rest now. Bye. Hey, wait! Where are we? This is definitely not good. Any better at all? Is the effort worth it at least? Because it's hard to do that. It takes months and hard to get out of.
That's, yeah, admittedly, we better not do it, because you'll end up going full on Mickey Mouse at this rate.
Well, it's just as a voice actor, I feel the need to do it. Because if I can learn how to do that voice, that literally doubles the amount of work that I can get.
Let me think, like, what else was there I can... See, this is why I like being a cartoon buff and everything, because I end up learning a lot of interesting facts through my own from looking stuff up. Though it also makes it to where when I find something I never saw as a kid, I have to wonder why I didn't see this. For example, all the Garfield specials everyone mentions. Like, I saw the cartoon as a kid, but I never saw, like, all these, like, holiday specials everyone brought up. Could have been they may have been before my time, maybe.
Like, the idea is you get used to having your voice get high. So you know how it sounds to be super high, so you can lower it to a more natural way of speaking. Basically going cartoony so you can be normal-ish.
For the love of God, if Fnu goes Judge Doom on me, I'm out of here.
When I killed your brother, I sounded just like... No, not even I can push it that far. Yeah, I'm a baritone. I know what my limits are.
That had to hurt that guy's throat, man. Yeah, that movie... If you ever find out that the book that's based on it is seriously fucked up.
So I've heard.
If,
but
like,
then again, that's never stopped Disney before, right?
Great, that's more because in that case, the book's based supposed to be going for like a noir vibe with it.
Oh dear. I think I found where everybody else who used to be here ended up.
Yikes.
What the hell happened in this place? Oh, come on! Now you're just getting excessive.
It's reminding me of frickin' Legion.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, what's the part where all the dead start coming back to life?
Yeah, it's the last duty is the giant corpse ball showing up.
Because we've been seeing some people-looking things, and they've been attacking us. They're freaky motherfuckers.
The reality is Tracy is one of them too. He just doesn't know it yet.
Huh. No,
This
John, you are the demons. And then Tracy was a zombie.
Let me think, what's another one I could think of?
Are you not familiar with that? Doom, Repercussions of Evil?
Oh god, I just remember that phase where Cartoon decided, let's make a bunch of live action shit.
You mean that time that Cartoon Network decided using real people would be a good idea for a while?
Well, what's even worse is I think they only had like one original idea of that whole thing. Like, the rest was just copy whatever was popular.
Do a funny voice and say, I'm going to grind your bones to dust.
I'm going to grind your bones to dust! Oh god, I went almost full Skeletor there.
Is that what this is a reference to, Skeletor?
No, but that was like the immediate voice that came in my head when I thought of that. I'm not sure
I'm
why.
going to grind your bones to dust, He-Man.
That's one of those voices just fun to do. Though, admittedly, that type of voice doesn't always work. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I could not stand Starscream in the original cartoon.
Oh, crap. An even bigger one. Demon. Look, I mean no harm. Please, can we just talk it out? Yeah, okay. So my name is Trace, and I have no idea how I got here, but... Demon. Ethetos say. Kill. Have it your way, then.
That can is put in a really bad spot. And the gyrating doesn't help.
Wait, where do I hit this guy?
That's a good question. Uh-oh.
Huh.
Can we get behind him? I mean, they wouldn't stick you in an unwinnable situation, I would hope.
Yeah, it's actually his, Wait, can I? No, I cannot stand on top of his gun.
Wonder if maybe the mushrooms are the weakness. Yep.
Yeah, the things on his back, those are the spot where he takes damage.
Also, I kind of figured you wouldn't be able to stay on the gun, because that'd be a little ridiculous. We'd be getting a little Sonic standing on explosions territory.
Crap.
Oh, crap.
Well, first death. Wait a second, what? That red stuff that pops out of enemies when we die. Ugh, what just happened? You died. We saved your mind machines. What? I'm sorry, miss. I think, Hope, I'm misunderstanding something. Could you try rephrasing that? Hello? Oh man, this is insane. I died? Am I still me?
So we're a cyborg.
Basically, everything that was in our brain has now been placed inside a new vessel. I knew something funny was up with this. Basically, it created a genetic... it took our genetic blueprint, and now it's holding on to it.
Well, we've officially gotten into nanomachines territory.
Nanomachines, son.
Oh god, I hate that fucking fight.
I thought a lot of people loved that fight.
He's a good character in terms of like how goofy he is, but the fight is just a pain in the ass.
Wait a second, this guy is changing color really quickly here. Does he retain all the damage he took during the last battle?
That's useful.
Or am I just damaging him that fast this time around because I know what to do?
I think it might be a retaining damage thing.
Interesting.
I mean, to be fair, with how we were brought back, I'm not surprised they have this mechanic in here. I can't unsee this shit with a damn gyrating cannon now. I'm trying to think, like, what else?
Go down already, jeez! How much can one being change color?
It's going to become all the colors of the rainbow before it's dead.
That would make bosses way too easy gameplay-wise.
I mean, I haven't heard this game being hard, so...
This is interesting. Can't reach that switch all the way down there, so what do? What's the power-up we get for beating the boss? What's this, then? The address disruptor corrupts or decorrupts weaker blocks and enemies. R. What? Corrupts? You want to run that? Oh. Hang on a minute. What is going on in this game right now?
So now we have a code gun, essentially.
Something like that, yeah.
We're essentially a hacker.
Weird.
That kind of awesome, not gonna lie.
Oh, so I can't stand on these normally, but if I turn them into something else using this address manipulator, then I can actually stand on them. They still behave the same way.
This is cool, not gonna lie. Like, that's a unique way to think of that thing. Looks like at least some interesting puzzles, too.
And again, this is one of those power-ups that I feel like I have to use everywhere now, just to see what it can find. It's like the drill. I have to hit every wall with the drill, and I also have to spray this thing everywhere, just in case there's a hidden program in some spot.
Time for Fnu to spray his code everywhere. That could be taken out of context, never mind. No wonder people praise this game. I'm like this.
I just wonder what the mystery is right now. Like, we have to wake up our friend, the giant head, to figure out what's going on with all that right now.
Incoming message from the giant talking head.
The thing in the sky that literally controls the fucking weather. Ooh.
See, the problem is people are probably gonna think giant Amigo think of Rick and Morty nowadays.
Hang on a second, now we're getting somewhere. Aha! Thought you could hide from me, eh? But I'm too... Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. We're starting to figure things out here. Okay, we got it, we got it. Oh, I even got a power-up out of that! Another size node!
I didn't see you just have like a giant-ass drill.
What's up?
I wonder if that affects the drill, because I just imagined by the end it's gonna be just like having this giant laser drill in front of you.
It certainly affects my normal gun here. It affects the size. I don't know if the size of the bullets is an indication of how much damage I can actually do.
That's a hard one, because the only game I can think of where like you could change the size of like your gunshots and everything I can remember is Mighty Gunvolt Burst, where because of the bullet editor in that game, how it worked, one of the option was to make your shots bigger and it would thus increase their power. But it would make it so you couldn't fire as many at a time.
Let's see. What's up, Dark Lord? How you doing tonight, buddy?
Yikes! 5 inches of snow.
Ugh. Sounds like something I was dealing with a couple days ago.
Sounds like something we're gonna be dealing with this weekend. Looks a thing.
Oh no, we're done with the record-breaking snow here in Ohio.
Not necessarily. Apparently, we're supposed to get more.
No. No, don't say that, because if you say that, it'll become true.
To be fair, I don't mind the snow personally, but that's just me. Could be worse. You can live in Texas and never see what snow looks like. Let's hear it for Ohio.
What the fuck? Alright then. I guess we'll figure out what that thing says later. I don't know why that was so jarring to me.
That's what I kind of wish things didn't lag so much so I see what the hell you mentioned.
It's like I think I built it up a little too much with that reaction. It's not actually that terrifying or like mind-blowing or anything.
It's fucking Metroid Zero mission.
I have to find the translator before something like that. Just there are a lot of things in this world that have been corrupt. Like, it specifically used the term corrupt or decorrupt.
I agree. The only reason I bring that up is it's reminding me of the damn unknown items they added to that version.
This is interesting. Hang on a
Which
second.
pretty much makes me want to use that damn sound effect anytime you grab one. I'm trying to think. Oh, there is one other game. There is one other convention you might like that's during the summer.
Okay.
Ever heard of Too Many Games?
Yes, actually, I have heard of these guys.
That might be one you might like.
Hmm.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I corrupted that thing and turned it into a glitched version of itself.
Great.
It made it easier to fight because it wasn't spamming projectiles all over the place, but this world is already so unstable to begin with. I fear for the ramifications of making it giving it even more issues to deal with, you know?
It's official. Fnu's the glitch gremlin.
Glitch.
That's
still one of my favorite jokes he's ever done. It's a clubber fuck.
Yes. That'd be another fun thing you could probably do for
just glitch hunting.
Stream. Well, no, first stream do the AVGN game.
Huh.
I mean, they're both good, so.
You know, technically I have done that before. That was actually the first appearance of the Peach costume. Is I made a bet with Coops that I could beat the AVGN game in fewer lives than it took him. I lost that bet, so I had to wear the robe of shame, which was the Peach outfit.
Oh god. Well, there is a sequel if you never played that.
I have not. I hear it's better.
Oh yeah. It's a lot less of the unforgiving type of game from what I've seen. It's not intentionally trying to be bad like the original was.
Okay.
It's more just trying to be an enjoyable game. And
was the original trying to be bad?
It was trying to emulate like the bad games like James played. It's more what it was. Hence why we got an episode based on the Atari porn thing.
I mean, I appreciate them committing to the joke in that sense. Like, some of those were completely intentional. Like, that one staircase in the beginning of that one level, that was a total trap, because that's a joke from one of his episodes.
Or the fact that one of the bosses is literally the head from that old Jaguar game.
Where did you learn to fly?
Where did you learn to be an asshole? Oh god, I don't care what people say, I still love his work.
Yeah, James is good people.
Like, I grew up on a lot of those videos, so. Because I used to watch those back when I was in high school. Those were fun. Because there was that, I mean, I can't unfortunately say the same thing for Doug. I literally can't watch his work anymore.
No, I understand that. I think a lot of people understand that.
I mean, it's a shame, honestly, because I used to really respect the guy.
Okay, here we go.
I just can't after this point. Well, wait a minute. Goddamn, the demon broccoli's back.
Hang on a second. I'm trying to pass through here right now.
Maybe we don't have the materials yet?
Yeah, it seems to be resisting decorruption right now.
Maybe we gotta strengthen the
It's like I thought I had the solution to this problem, but I don't yet.
There's probably like different codes we have to get to unlock shit.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Let me think, like, what else is there? I can't remember.
Forget how many weapons are in this game, but it really gave way to how easy it is to skip secrets in this game, if what I read was true. Interesting.
I mean, I guess the one good thing about, like, the channel Awesomeness is that there are people who still do their videos even after that.
Yeah, like, a lot of those guys are still doing their thing, just not attached to a company that they hate, so.
Like, I still watch Lewis's videos every week. Because you're not, I mean, hell, I'm not gonna stop watching a Top of the Fourth Wall over an instance like that.
Cursed Farms was another one. Hell, I pop into, even though she left a long time ago as well, I still pop into Lindsay's channel every now and then.
Yes.
Watch one of her video essays.
I mean, hell, she was the person who got me to actually think a bit more critically about, like, what I was watching. What do you think? What else was there? I mean, that's how I found, that's also how I found Dina in this case, who does, like, a lot of horror movie stuff. Well, horror movie, games, different things. Was through that. Let's see, I think she's done, like, a video for, like, a video series for every single Silent Hill game. And they're entertaining watches. It was unfortunately also thanks to her that I found out that the guy who made the original Silent Hill movie goes straight to hell.
What's going up?
Have you ever heard of the reason why they made the protagonist of the Silent Hill film female?
Why?
Essentially, apparently the guy who's supposed to really love doing the game, really liked the game, thought Harry was acting like a woman in that situation just because he was trying to save his dog.
Oh.
So basically, the idiot was implying that a father would not be the kind of person that would go through hell and high water to save his damn daughter.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that because it's his kid!
I know. I mean, Harry's just... This is the guy who literally killed a freaking cultist over his daughter. I mean, great, that movie's terrible anyway, so I don't really care, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, the only good thing about the Silent Hill film were the monster designs. The original, anyway. Like, that's like the one good thing I felt is, like, you can tell they at least paid attention to detail there. Let me think, what other... Oh, guys, she also did videos on the Hellraiser movies. That's a series I always, for some reason, has weird, morbid curiosity towards.
It's definitely got some very striking imagery about it.
Well, that's probably one of the coolest horror movies I've ever seen.
Yeah. Pinhead definitely stands out. Helps that he is literally a demon, but...
Well, also in his case, he's not technically a villain, at least in the first two films. Like, the reality is they're neutral in the end. They're not supposed to be, you know, evil. This is their job. They do what they must do. Yeah, that she also did the Evil Dead films, which I've personally seen two in Army of Darkness, but those are always fun. Oh, actually, no correction. I've seen all but the remake. But from what I've heard, I can skip the remake, so...
I have heard mixed things about the remake. I've heard some people really love it, some people really, really hate it.
If I remember correctly, a lot of the people who hate it, besides... There are people that have legit reasons, but I think one of the ones people bring up is the fact that Ash is basically not it. I mean, that's
a weird
basically
choice on that one.
Considering that's basically the face of the franchise.
More logs that we can't read. No, wait, this one we actually can. Hold up. Journal page. It calls itself Zedor. I don't know how I know this, but I do. Strange that such a thing would have language. Stranger still that I would have a personal identity. I'm not sure how long I can last. I lose more and more each passing day. Sound is a deafening throb. Sight is a kaleidoscopic fire. Smell and taste open up entire worlds of terror. The worst is touch. A tingling, writhing, itching mass. It is expanding, supplanting. There won't be anything to save when it's done.
I have no mouth and I must scream.
This is actually bringing me to a concept, and I think I mentioned this just a stream or two ago, but there, one of the videos that Spoony made talking about role-playing games and tabletop stuff, he talked about a specific sci-fi setting where mankind finally managed to invent an AI that could invent more machines, and of course it went bad. Of course it went rogue, and now there's this... Earth is just flat out quarantined. Nobody is allowed on the planet anymore because if you come there, there's this cloud of nanomachines which if it gets to you, it doesn't kill you so much as overwrites you. It turns you into something different, something that just should not be. Something that doesn't belong in not only this world, but this very universe. Something that breaks the rules of how reality should work, and that's terrifying. I have a feeling that's the kind of thing that's going on here right now. Hello?
I'm still here, just listening.
Okay. But yeah, that's... it goes back to that idea of eldritch horror. This thing that is so beyond our comprehension that it corrupts our world. It turns us into something different and there's nothing we can do about it. That sense of existential dread.
Huh. What other, trying to think, like, what other, like, reviewers I used to watch online.
Can't break through here with the drill.
I mean, I can't say the completionist because I still watch him.
I used to watch the Happy Video Game Nerd. I know he's become Stop Skeletons from Fighting now, but I don't know. I've watched a little bit of his stuff, and it's not quite the same.
Yeah, unfortunately.
He also got really freaking opinionated after a while, so...
There was Pat the NES Punk.
Oh, yeah! Doesn't he still do the podcast with his buddy?
Yeah. To my knowledge, he still does.
Okay. That's the thing, Pillow Sledder. We don't know if they even invented the problem of what's going on here. Like, for all we know, they just found it like we did.
Sometimes science goes into places it really shouldn't.
In the process of trying to understand the universe, we discover a few things we learn that we rather would have done better without. Basically.
For later term, Jurassic Park put it best. You should have stopped to question if you should do this, essentially. I forgot the exact quote from that, damn it. Looks like we're not going this way.
Yeah, it's giving me that same sort of weird sound effect.
Mean-ong.
Well, no, it's that, it's this weird sort of garbled junk noise that it's playing at me right now. Whenever I can't interact with one of those. Which raises the question now of where I am supposed to go. I mean, there are a couple paths, a couple doors, and we've unlocked a ton of tools. Should we just go back to start and see what we can unlock now?
That can't hurt.
Have you seen Terraria's lore? Interesting.
Shit.
You too, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, because I've been taking breaks, I've been able to hold on to it and like keep myself together for streaming for practically 6 hours straight. But I can completely understand how this would just waste some people.
Well, to be fair, it's more a case of I think it's just getting late and the weather's not helping either. Let's see, oh god, I remember that frickin' reviewer that, YouTube tried to push years ago.
Who?
Where they tried pushing the irate gamer, essentially.
Oh.
Basically, they gave a guy a bunch of popularity he didn't deserve and he didn't know what to do with it.
Were these the guys that had the, They were the guys that Larry Bundy Jr. talked about?
No. I know what you're talking about. That was, something else. That was the guy who ended up causing something that got him arrested, if I remember correctly. The irate gamer was the guy who was literally basically ripping off the AVGN
Oh no, I know who the irate gamer is. Trust me on that one. I know exactly who that dude is.
Fuck that guy. I can't believe he's from Ohio.
Is he?
Yes. And he's an asshole. The guy got tracked. I think the one I forget the name of the guys you're thinking of, but they were like one of the. That was back before YouTube like was really big, actually.
When people, the whole, well, YouTube has always been that whole. I understand why it feels weird when people get production values that are too strong, that are too good, because to most people, that's not what YouTube is. YouTube is supposed to be this grassroots sort of thing. It's where anybody can put on an entertainment show. It's where anybody can put together something and be like, hey, look what I can do.
Oh, goddamn. Matt Pat, seriously?
What?
I didn't know that guy was from Ohio. Ugh. What is with Ohio coming up people? It's just not very. They're bad.
Can't be that bad. Like, he's gotten how many subscribers now? People like him for some reason.
I never liked Matt Pat, not gonna lie.
YouTube is becoming TV. Yeah, unfortunately.
Let me put it this way, Fanu. Every time I've gone on YouTube recently, I've through the recommended things while watching a video.
It's always been like Jimmy Kimmel Live, Last Week Tonight.
Not in my case. Lately, what would be happening in my case, it'd be full on feature films.
Yeah, they started selling movies on here not too long ago, didn't they?
Like, those keep popping up in, like, my recommended. Like, I don't want to watch this shit. If I want to watch this, I'll go to fucking Netflix.
They kept recommending I buy Shrek for some reason.
Like, it's stuff like, I think it was Curse of the Pink Panther, shit like that. And a lot of it's not even good films. Like, some of them are stuff I'd see on outright bad film lists.
Why couldn't
I got another video reviewer I used to watch, Bob's show. Like, some of the videos he did stuff on are showing up in that crap.
We've noticed you like watching Bob's show. Would you be interested in seeing this movie?
I'm actually surprised you knew what I was talking about. Because that was just something I randomly discovered in my case.
Yeah, same noises. Well, damn. This place is just completely out of our ability right now. All of these doors lead to dead ends at the moment, which means there is no choice but to go backwards.
Fanu goes inside the giant head. You must now become the giant head, destroy everything.
I must become the mystery. Now I have to wait around until another hero comes along and takes my place.
I think what's another, Of course, there was Armac 21 back when he used to do videos.
If I may throw a suggestion in here. I don't know if he still does videos or not. I don't know if his channel's a dead one, but there was a guy whose entire thing... I make fun of myself for this all the time, how I started off doing camcorder Let's Plays. But this dude's name was Lewis Prower. I used to think... Go ahead.
I've heard the name of you're talking about there at least.
Yeah, he used to be... How I discovered him was through Cloud8745. Back when... Okay, so apparently Cloud is still making YouTube stuff, which blows my mind because I remember a distinct moment in history where he annihilated his old YouTube channel.
I think I remember correctly, I think he did like something on Ape Escape 2 a while back. Is it either him or someone else I watched? I know I watched like recently, because that was around the time it got ported to the PS4.
I remember his big thing once upon a time was that he was the guy to go to if you wanted it, and I Want to Be the Guy Let's Play. His videos were the videos for that game.
Then yeah, J-Man also used to do that stuff. Fortunately, according to Call, I think J-Man deleted his channel at this point. Which is a little sad, because he had some really funny shit. I mean, hell, he was... I think he was one of the first Let's Players I actually watched because of his playthrough of I Want to Be the Guy. Just seeing him like go fucking nuts during that game.
That was such good Let's Play material because it's sort of like, okay. I realize how trite this sounds every time I say it, but it's the go-to example. It's an Undertale-like game in the sense that people watch it specifically to see somebody's blind reaction to all of the set-piece moments.
like
the first time you get obliterated by Ryu.
Yeah. You don't see that coming at all. Or then you have Zangief's super attack. Oh, God. That was one of those games, like, I think the only reason I liked watching it really was because how absurd it could get.
And
Like,
then, of course, there's the one that gets almost everybody. The only reason Cloud didn't fall for it is because he was warned. It was the killer save point.
Oh, God.
And that's at a long, that's at the end of a long gauntlet of challenges, too. So if you're not expecting that, you gotta do that whole section over again.
I think what's even worse is that's the only fucking save point on the hardest difficulty. I guess to get back on track what I was trying to say, though, thinking earlier, when it comes to that game, the only problem I think I have with I Want to Be the Guy is the shit ton of imitators that came afterwards.
I mean, if one thing works...
Yeah, I Want to Be the Boschi fan game.
Okay, Boschi has a specific reason to exist. There was Boschi himself is a Twitch streamer who constantly made jokes about he sped run I Want to Be the Guy, and he constantly joked about the game being way too easy. So somebody who was in his audience, who was a big fan, just cracked his knuckles and was like, okay, let's do this. I'll make you a game that's more on your level. How about that?
Then I Want to Be the fan game, which still is one of the funniest video game deaths I've ever seen.
Which one is this?
The, Super Mushroom.
I don't remember this.
Basically, you get to a Mario S level and you can hit a block and a Super Mushroom comes out. If you touch it, you grow to giant, like, ridiculously fast and giant size and fucking explode. Like, I should have called he was laughing his ass off.
It's one of those, like, you should have known this was going to happen.
It's like that you jumped into a sword, you retard moment of the game. Then again, the final boss of the game was what the fuck moments.
All right. Unfortunately, I hate to cut you off, but we are at just about 10 p.m. right now.
Yeah.
Oh my
goodness. On my end too, so.
I'm kind of liking the new stream schedule, if I'm being honest. Like, we do multiplayer stuff on Wednesday, and we also... It's not just, like, the scheduled shows and themed streams that I can do. It's also this kind of stuff. It's also a whole lot of, let's just play whatever we feel like right now, and who knows, maybe discover a really interesting experience like this, because I'm loving this right now.
Basically, have a way to relax and chill as well.
And by the way... We've actually got 8 viewers here right now.
Wow.
So you know what? I'm going to roll the D20 again tonight, and I'm going to see if something amazing is about to happen. Oh, not bad. Better than our effort earlier. We got a 10 on the die.
We got half.
We're halfway there.
So we went from 1/10 to 1/2.
Living on a prayer. Let's see if anybody's live right now for me to raid. You don't need it. You don't need it. You're too big. You don't need it.
Everyone's too big.
Okay, what do you want to see? What do you want to see? Do you want to see somebody play Resident Evil 4, or do you want to see somebody doing a randomized Ocarina of Time run?
Pick whatever you want. I'm not gonna be able to watch it anyway. So.
I'm gonna roll a die. We're gonna see what happens. Odd number, it's gonna be Resident Evil. Even number, it's gonna be Ocarina of Time, unless somebody in the chat feels really, really strongly about this one.
Kind of the part of me wishes Tom was on tonight since he was doing Ocarina of Time last night.
What did I say the odd numbers were gonna be?
I think you said odd was Resident Evil, if I heard correctly.
Alright then. Let me pop in really quickly to his channel just to make sure that he's actually live right now. Yes, he is actually live at the moment, so we're going to take care of this. Question is, what is our raid message tonight?
I can't think of a good one, that's the problem.
Hashtag what? A hashtag mind machines.
Oh, God. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to hop off, so I will catch you later.
Alright. I appreciate you being here tonight, dude. Thanks as always. And thank you all, as well, for being here tonight. Mind machines, son. I like that one better. I like that one better.
Anyway, I'll catch you on Friday.
Catch you later, man. See ya. Mind machines, son, is our raid message right now. And I think we are going to be raiding somebody that I've actually been hosting a little bit tonight, too. I can't believe he outlasted me. It's like been 6 hours right now. Dude's even better at marathoning than I am. So, /raid, that's how you do a command for it. Remember proper raid etiquette tonight, everybody. Only post the message once, unless they start fighting back with emotes, in which case, spam away. If you're subscribed to me, you can include the pizza emotes at the end of the message. If you're not, there is always the standard missile emote. Thank y'all for coming tonight, and please join us again Friday night when we will be playing... you'll see. Check the schedule. No, I remember now. Kingdom Hearts 3. We're going to be continuing our Proud Mode run of Kingdom Hearts 3. Until then, I'm Whatthefnu. Later, everybody.